Take it to the limit.
One more time.
One more time. CampingGearTV.com. I'm your host, Ben.
I am Josh.
With us as always is Gary, which
Yep.
we like to point out pretty much every single
Well,
episode.
people need to know he's here.
Yeah, we haven't done an interview in a while, but if you were into our interviews,
Yeah.
earlier on in the year you saw us talk to Greg Thompson over at Adidas, one of the managing directors over there.
Yes.
Super nice dude. Kind of had his hands in every aspect of the outdoor industry. And was helping us just take a look at all the new gear that Adidas had coming out, because they had this new U.S. release of this whole outdoor apparel side to their brand.
Adidas Outdoor.
Adidas Outdoor. Really, really awesome stuff.
Yeah.
And today,
Yeah.
we get to take a look at one of those products, a pair of shoes, which are pretty ballin',
Yes.
actually,
Yeah.
that
very
Josh
nice.
has been wearing just all over the place and
Right.
has been taking out on his hikes.
Well, I've worn them in a lot of situations, to be honest with you. I've been wearing them around town. I've been wearing them hiking, both light, just day hikes, and also backpacking, having 25, 30 pounds on my back. And I've got a lot of good things to say about these bad boys. They're the Adidas Terrex Solo, and that's spelled Terrex Solo shoes. And these things have been winning some awards, getting a lot of press. When I first saw them in the press, I said, I gotta get some of these. These look really cool. They're doing some different things here that I haven't seen in other hiking shoes. So I was really excited to get these. They just came out fall 2011, and they didn't disappoint for me. Would you like me to talk about them a little bit further, or should we just call it a day here?
I think this is good. I mean, people know Adidas, right? It's awesome. Good
Right.
enough.
Okay.
We were just talking that if you look at this shoe, I mean, it kind of looks like
Yeah.
a soccer shoe, like an indoor soccer shoe, or some sort of like tennis shoe that is just more casual.
Yeah.
But like holding this thing, I mean, it is just
Right.
so sturdy,
Right.
so solid. It really feels a lot more solid than what you would think out of a shoe like this.
It is, but at the same time, it's pretty lightweight and it's flexible.
Definitely.
So it's good stuff. Adidas here, this is the kind of shoe that I would say is good for hiking on, somewhat technical terrain, really. Let's talk a little bit about the outsole here, all right? This Adidas Traction outsole, and that's spelled Traxion. So I keep wanting to say Traxion or something like that, but I'm pretty sure they want you to pronounce it Traction there. And it's got this really interesting pattern here, where when you look at it, you think, well, there's not much there. There's no big lugs. There's no, blah, blah, blah.
Completely flat on the toe of the shoe.
Yeah, and this is flat. Well, that all has a reason, and there's no excessive pressure points on the foot, which is one. So this is a great shoe. If you ever have had problems where when you're hiking, maybe you step on a sharp protruding rock and it kind of hurts your foot, this shoe is really built to protect against that, right? So that when I say technical hiking, that's what I'm talking about. The way it does that, one way is through a push-through protection plate that's in the middle here, all right? And that protects the foot, like I said, against things like sharp rocks and protruding roots and things of that nature.
Because I think it's that that plate, first of all, that is, it's hidden. Obviously, you don't
Right.
see it.
Right.
So a lot of times when you're looking at boots and shoes, you want to see some outsole that has some heavy lugs on it.
Right.
Well, the magic is on the inside for this shoe,
Right.
which is why the outsole is a lot more simpler.
Right.
Which I think you have to look deeper to realize.
Right.
Deeper into to realize.
Yep. So Adidas designed these shoes with, along with their various sponsored athletes, and they like to mention the Huber brothers, big climbers,
Right.
a lot.
Actually, those dudes are insane.
And if you notice here, the pattern here on this outsole is such that you're really getting traction in every direction, and so that's really the whole point here. So even though there's no like huge lugs sticking out of the sole here, you're still going to get really great traction, and I found that to be the case. I've used these in a number of hiking situations and haven't had any problems with slipping and whatnot.
You took these out on your California trip?
No.
You did?
No, I
thought you
did.
did.
Nope, Vask. But I did have these when we were recently in State Park here in Missouri doing some, light backpacking, and we did a lot of stream crossings and a lot of scrambling on rocks across streams.
Yep.
And I didn't have any slipping, and some of it was fairly wet, so
We were
worked
actually
very
on
well.
we were actually on a fair amount of rock formations
Yeah.
for Missouri. This
Yeah.
was probably higher than average.
Yeah.
Climbing up some decent peaks.
And they worked really well. I mean, Ben fell like 5 times. And
That's not true.
Oh, it's not?
No.
Oh, okay. So anyways, there you go. That's what the outsole's all about. It's got shock absorbing adiprene, okay, for cushion in each step. EVA midsole with TPU film for comfort and midfoot stability. And what that's going to do is kind of naturally cradle your foot, give you a little extra support. And the adiprene stuff I mentioned is under the heel, so it's got more cushion for the impact. So in a nutshell,
Cushion for what?
pushing.
Oh, I thought
Yeah.
you said something else.
No, pushing. Cushion for pushing.
Gotcha.
You know, it's just a really cool shoe. It's got a synthetic and textile upper.
That's one of the things that I'm noticing about it. That it's like a piece of foam, really, on
This
the upper
is,
area. On
yeah.
the upper.
This is on the tongue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of interesting,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah, but you know they're lightweight. I found them to be fairly breathable. Just a really nice shoe. I really enjoyed wearing them. I think they're very cool looking, which is always a plus.
These,
as we always mention.
the greens we've been talking about are just super sexy.
The greens are nice. Yeah. So as you can see, I've got a red here, and Ben is holding a green. Both very nice looking. I think both Ben and I really like the green a lot.
Very fashionable.
I enjoy the red very much as well.
It's not. It's very sporty and
Yeah.
very new looking. It's a new look.
Yeah.
But it's not so crazy if you're one of those people who's just like, oh my God, that's just too far fetched.
Yeah.
Where you can't handle it.
Yeah.
Overall, I think it's a great looking shoe. If you get a chance to look at Adidas's just overall shoe lineup that they just introduced into their Adidas outdoor
Right.
brand, it's like every pair of shoes.
Mm-hmm.
We've talked about before that I'm a bit of a shoe whore.
Yeah. You're just a whore, but
A whore in general, but a shoe whore nonetheless. But it's like every pair of shoes that they had was just awesome looking and
Yeah.
just looked like very, everyone had a certain practical use. Their apparel looked great. It was just gear for ballers is, I think, something that would sum it up.
yeah. Another feature, it's got this lace bungee in the middle here. So if you saw what I just did there, I tied the laces and then you can kind of put them there. So if you want to get your laces out of the way, you don't want them flopping around on you, or you just like the look, you can do that. Kind of get that more streamlined look with your laces out of the way and not coming undone as easily, right? Or you could double knot them if that's a problem, which
Yeah.
I find to be a great solution.
Really nice toe
Yeah.
guard around the front.
Yeah, so check these out. I believe it's adidasoutdoor.com. Maybe it's just Adidas. Google it, Adidas Terrex Solo or Adidas Outdoor. And the whole Terrex line is really baller stuff, right? So they've got some shoes, they've got some boots, they've got some apparel. Just a lot of really, really cool stuff that Adidas is doing. Very, high technical in nature, but also very fashionable and
Right. I will say
all
that
that good stuff.
that's another point because sometimes some of your outdoor gear that you have
Yeah,
just doesn't work for you to wear around town.
right.
And with these shoes, that's absolutely not the case. You could easily wear these to go do whatever errands you have and,
Mhm.
and keep, you could wear, if your office is slightly casual, you could wear these to work,
Oh yeah,
and then also use the shoe when you go outside.
yeah, they're cool, for sure. So they're about $110. You can buy them all over the place. I think you should check them out. All the reviews that I'm seeing on them, people are saying nothing but good things about the comfort, the durability, the performance. So check them out.
Very, very good stuff. Adidas. What do we say? Gear for ballers?
Sure.
Gear for ballers. Till next time, he's Josh, he's Gary, and I'm Ben. We are campinggeartv.com.